Hello, all you vapors, all you coil builders. Welcome to another episode of Vaping with Greg. Now put your hands together for the most wildest, the most wickedest, the most intense host you'll ever see on the vape scene, Sir Vipalad. Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Greg, aka Sir Vapalot. Welcome to another episode of Vaping with Greg. Hope everybody's having a good day out there. I'm having a good day. It's a beautiful day out here in San Diego County. First of all, let's start off with an e-juice review. Now, what I got here is a juice called Vermilion River. Okay. Now, when I first started vaping, I was on the hunt because I was coming off of cigarettes or analogs. I was coming off of analogs onto vaping, and I was looking to try to find some juice that tasted like a Marlboro Light, which is what I smoked. And I could not find any e-juice that tasted like tobacco. I tried over and over, and I finally came to the conclusion after a while that, you know what, I'm not going to be able to find any juice that tastes like a Marlboro Light. I'm just going to have to get addicted to another flavor. That's why I've always gone for the dessert flavors, and I really like the dessert flavors, and sometimes, the fruit juices. But this one right here, Vermilion River, I got this one online, and I was on YouTube, and I was going through, and I was checking out all the tobacco flavors, the best juices, and I heard a lot of good stuff about this guy's Vermilion River, and they're on the East Coast, and I put my order in. I got some of their tobacco flavors, and this one right here, I got to tell you, it's called Vermilion River Classic Blend, and it tastes like a Monte Cristo, like a cigar. It's pretty thick. It's got a sweet taste to it too. Let me give it a... It's pretty close to a Monte Cristo, and it's got a nice little sweet aftertaste to it too. It's some good juice. So if you're looking for a good tobacco flavor, check out those guys Vermilion River. Go onto their website. They got these little sample packs. You can sample them. The Kentucky blends are really good. But they're really, it's good juice. It's really thick, really thick, and lasts a long time. It's you got a pineapple one too. That's really good. Pineapple was good, and Summer Breeze was it was all right. But the Kentucky blends, and they go in your mouth, and you're just like, wow, that's interesting. So Vermilion River. I want to thank Steve once again for coming out. Wasn't that exciting? Last episode, guys, we got to take Vaping with Greg out there on the road, and I want to say what's up to my friend Steve and say hello to his family. I heard we made a couple new fans, and 3 to 5 times a week, man, he's a spinner. That guy must be in really good shape. If I spin once a week, man, I can't walk for 2 weeks. So I'm nowhere in his league, but just want to let you guys know I have dropped a pound. Health and fitness has been my new kind of goal. I've been putting it in on my program, and it's I dropped another pound. I went down to 213, 6 foot tall, 213, all muscle, baby. Well, not yet, but I'm getting there. When you're 44 years old, it's a lot harder to build muscle than when you were young. So if you're young right now, live it up. Keep it up. I want to get into an episode of This Is Messed Up. That's messed up. This is what my life has come to today. Today I played hooky from college. I've recently gone back to school to try and reinvent myself. That's why I got the time to be able to put these little segments out. So if you're wondering, does this guy have a job right now? The answer is no, I'm in college. I called in sick. I played hooky from school today. Didn't call in. I haven't missed a day. I got 2 weeks left. And I spent my day doing homework. So I missed school so I can do schoolwork. Now that is messed up. What is up with that? And you know what else is messed up? That the sugar has the same effect on your brain as cocaine. That's why I can't stop eating sugar. I'm like addicted to sugar. I'm going to need to go into rehab for sugar. Because there was some churros left on the counter that were left over from last night. I could not stop eating them because they're sweet. Sweet. And I had some chocolate cake. I'm throwing this stuff away. I'm telling you right now. I'm like taking half a cake and throwing it away. I'm buying half gallons of ice cream. I'm taking a couple bites of it and I'm throwing it away. I'm just wasting money on this stuff right now. Insanity has set in. But it sure is good, though. It sure is delicious. Now, listen. Today we're going to talk about something serious. Today we're going to talk about what the hell is going on with the music out there today. Now, I'm probably going to have a guy on next week, and we're going to talk a little bit about how good music used to be. You know, those great bands, when they used to have the great bands. The Who, Led Zeppelin, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Of course, this lady was trying to explain to me yesterday that Earth, Wind, and Fire was a devil worship band. Come on. Come on. Earth, Wind, and Fire is definitely a gift from God. So is AC/DC. That Highway to Hell album, you know that was divinely inspired by God himself. I rock hard to that. We're talking about, where's the great bands, you know? What the hell's going on? You're watching the music now, and they got like 50 people up on stage. Nobody's up there jamming anymore. You know, they got 15 people up there doing the same damn dance moves. And they're all dressed up in costumes like it's a Vegas act or something like that. I don't know if maybe it's because it's one of those times where I'm kind of going through that phase in life where I'm just kind of like looking back saying, God, you kids are crazy. I don't know. You guys don't know good music, because they used to say that Roy Orbison was good music. I never was big much on Roy Orbison, and some of you kids out there probably don't know who he is. He's the guy who sings that song Pretty Woman. Not the Van Halen version, the other one. Pretty woman walking down the street. Anyways, The Who, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, those bands out there that last forever. Been out there for doing it for years. You know what I mean? Where are those bands nowadays? Because sometimes I'm going to bring up a couple other ones here for you. Here's the Doobie Brothers. All right, the Doobie Brothers. Steely Dan, Pink Floyd. Got my Brit Floyd tickets, baby. I'm getting ready to go. These were great bands, you know. They last forever. I'm not really seeing much of that. You know, they got bands out there that are putting me one or two good songs out there, but that's it. They need to take some of these record executives down there. This guy who finds demands, and they need to fire him. They need to get me and my friend Desmond to go work for him and to find some great bands, because we know what's up with good music. And another thing I want to touch on today is I want to make an amends. First of all, to lying to you guys. I was having a little, I was convicted, thinking to myself, I was like, Greg, you know what, you don't have no producers or writers, it's just you. Why you keep trying to make believe that you have producers and writers? So maybe I was trying to be a little cooler than I am, like I was a little more professional than I really am. So I want to tell you, I want to be honest with you guys. I'm starting from the basement. I'm at mom's basement. No, I'm at my basement, filming this stuff for you guys. So I don't want to make up no more stories. I gotta be real with you guys. I gotta be real, and I want to apologize for the Chinese joke last week too. I absolutely love Chinese people. If I would have said any other group of people, it would have been just as funny. It's just I got a joke for you. Here you go. Here's a joke. How many Chinese people does it take to screw in a light bulb? Probably one, because they're way smarter than me. Ha! There you go, Grid. That's another stereotype. You know what I mean? That's another stereotype. I want to pose an assignment for you guys out there. This is what I want to impose. I think it's absolutely natural for people to be afraid of something that's different from them. Right? Like you talk about different cultural groups, you talk about different lifestyles, you talk about different religions. You see people walking down the street and they're dressed different than you are. It could cause a little fear, and you probably stay away from them. You know, you probably see somebody dressed in a certain way, and you say automatically, well, they're not one of my kind, so I'm going to stay with my group. Well, I'm going to pose a question. If we're ever going to get over this racism stuff, if we're ever going to get rid of the violence and the discrimination that's going on out there these days, one of the things we got to do is we got to be a solution. We can't be part of the problem. We have to be a solution. So this week, I want you guys to really take the time to maybe walk up to somebody who might be different than you and say, hi, how are you? You know, how you doing today? You know, introduce yourself. Get to know them. Have a little conversation with them. Find out what makes them tick. You know, you might find out they're a beautiful person and they got a great personality, and, you know, you wouldn't mind being friends with them. So one of these things is, those people, they remember when the knockout game was going out there? It was, probably still is, you know, and that knockout game's terrible. That's not cool, guys. You can't do that. You just can't go around knocking people out. That's stupid. But here's the thing. What it does is it inflicts fear onto society. Now, like, you see a group of people coming at you, you're afraid to approach them. I say, walk right up to them and say, hi, how are you? What's going on, guys? What are you up to today? You know what I mean? Saying, you guys enjoying your day? Approach this. Approach this. We got to walk through these barriers. We got to fight through these barriers. So I'm going to pose that task to you out there. This is kind of like an experimental episode of Vaping with Greg. It's going to be episode 9, but one of the things we're going to do is we're going to try some different things. I was watching this guy, and he's in his car, right? He's looking like he lives out of his car, and he looks like he's missing some teeth, and he was vaping, and he's got 3,000 views. I couldn't believe it. Now, with Vaping with Greg, what you get is you get the news, you get topics, you get vaping, you get e-juice reviews. I couldn't believe it. So we're going to try some different things out here. We're going to try some different ways of putting up the video, maybe to be able to reach more people. But let's walk through these barriers. Let's keep through these barriers. Let's walk through them. And, you know, let's embrace the strange. You know, we can't be afraid of something that's different. Let's embrace the strange. You got to roll with the psychosis sometimes, baby. You got to roll with it. Anyways, let's give this twist. Vermilion River Classic Blend. Oh, you know what? This stuff is still saturated. My cotton's still good on this. Let's give this sucker a little twist one more time. Oh yeah, 24/7, baby, all day long. That's the bee's knees. That's some good juice. Vermilion River Classic Blend. Guys, peace. Say what's up to Trendy Vape out there on Miramar Road. Stop by and go get some juice from those guys. Let's support the community. Have a good day, people. Take care.